Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Total War Warhammer Empire campaign. So, between episodes I went ahead and advanced the turn, and it looks like the Kingdom of Paravon decided they didn't want to fight us anymore. So they're offering peace and a small sum of gold. I don't really feel like dealing with them right now, so I'm going to accept that, and we'll let the Bretonnians get back to their own business, and we'll get back to ours. Alright, so the enemy heroes continue to try to chip away at our armies. Luckily, they've failed again. Although they were successful in demoralizing us, which is not so great. I don't know what Brayherds are, but that doesn't sound good. More than a mere raid, the Brayherds of the Beastmen are migrating across our territory, and anything or anyone in their way is being destroyed. We lose some public order there, but I think we have enough to kind of make do. Population surplus, that's good. Yeah, we knew about the peace and all that. Demolition complete, and let's see. Elgar Holdorf is now stripped, so local provinces gain growth in public order. That's good. Good. Who declared war? Marienburg and Bastogne are at war, and Kislev and the Varg are at war. Kislev is hopefully going to protect our northern border for us. Let's see, where did their agents run off to? So we've got one here at level 2, and another one here at level 1. You are the best assassin, or sorry, you're the best assassin I have. Let's have you get after him, if you would be so kind. We failed miserably. And if you could assassinate this guy, that would be great. Failed again. Not so great. How are we doing on the siege, by the way? We've really been working on this for a while now. They have 4 more turns until they surrender, but after another turn we might be able to just walk right through their defenses anyways, so let's kind of keep an eye on that. We might finish this before it comes to a close that way, just so we don't have to wait. Plus I imagine we would get more XP for doing it that way as well. So let's give it another turn. In the meantime, we have stuff to build. At least I hope we do. So 3 more turns on this guy, and then we need to figure out what we want to put here and what we want to put here. I'm thinking something along the lines of a gunsmith in one and a Reichsfort in the other. That would at least allow me to build mortars and handgunners in Reichland, which would be fantastic. We can focus on building bigger artillery somewhere else. In this particular province, though, I'd like to have a pretty good diversity of units available to us, and so I think that's what we're going to focus on. Unfortunately, we do not have nearly enough gold to build these, so let's see, 5,000 and 4,000. Yeah, it's going to take 2 turns before we get there. Let's go ahead and just save our money then. How about some diplomacy? Where are we at here? Marienburg is available for trade, but I think I'd rather just conquer them. We'll see what we do there. They're at war with several Bretonnian factions, but they are allied with the Bretonnians themselves, which is a little bit worrisome. That's going to make it difficult if we want to go to war. The Bretonnians are actually fairly close friends of ours, and we don't want to upset them. Let's see, how are you guys doing?
What does the Emperor need that he cannot already
They aren't willing to trade. Are you willing to improve our relationship? No. Let's see, we are allied with the dwarves currently, not that anything has come of it. Kislev doesn't seem interested in talking to us either, so it doesn't look like we can really do anything. I suppose we'll go ahead and advance. Oh, before we do though, one thing I wanted to point out is Wissenland. The dwarves of Carrick Norn have razed one of their cities to the ground here, so we could swoop in and claim that for ourselves if we wanted. And then they do still have Nuln here, which is the capital, but Wissenberg right here we could grab very easily indeed. So let's go ahead and move forward. Alright, so they failed to assault our units again, but they were successful in demoralizing them, which sucks. Wolfgang von Kludberg, where are you coming from? I don't see... Oh, right there. So you're trespassing. That is going to be a problem. And it looks like the dwarves are finally mobilizing against our target. They're going to be a little bit late, but they are sending troops that way, so we might be able to finish this siege with their help.
Raise your weapons.
Let's see, where are we at? Yeah, we may as well wait. It might be a turn or two before they get here, though. So let's see, you... If you could kill off one of these guys for me, that would be great.
There is power.
Go, yeah, deal with him, please.
Hammer of Sigma.
Failed there. Failed miserably. And can you get rid of him?
Banish them.
Critical success, perfect, so he is dead. And we get a level up. I'm gonna go with... Let's see... Self-defense... Winds of Magic, Power Reserve, Public Order... And Scouting. Huh. I kinda like... I don't know. I'm gonna go with that one. Alright. So nothing doing over here still. Although there is a large dwarf army on the way to help us. Still can't afford anything here either. But I'm hoping that that city can really boost our income. And once we have the entire province up here, we should have a very large boost to our income overall. We are going to be at odds with the vampires very shortly, though, because their corruption is going to be spreading west very quickly, and that corruption is going to make things very difficult for us. So once we take... Oh, they're all the way over here. That's interesting. That's very interesting. But yeah, so we're going to be at odds with them once we start taking this land, because the corruption is going to really, really hurt our provinces. Let's go ahead and advance again, and we should be able to settle this siege in either the next turn or the following turn. So Wissenland has decided to offer me a trade, but they want me to pay them some gold for it. I don't know that I'm interested in that. I'm not going to benefit much from it, and they've become a very, very opportune target for us. So, with that being said, actually that's kind of unfortunate that they are allies with our allies. I don't know how that's going to play out if we declare war. Either way, it's not a whole lot of money, and they're requesting money for it, so I'm going to say no. Alright, they continue to fail at assaulting my units. Ostermark and the Vampire Counts are at peace, but Ostermark declared war on the Carrick Cadrin Dwarves immediately after. And you are still not here to help me, okay. Let's see, I would love it if you could handle him. Failed, okay. But we gained a follower, so that's something. Oh, we leveled up too. I'm gonna go with melee attack, maybe. How much do we get from the final one? Plus 9. We'd put him at 54. Could also get him a warhorse. Conviction will give him leadership. That'll give him more aura. Let's go with some attack. And let's see, I'd also like... Hey, you know what? Where's our army? There it is. How are we doing here? Still no more progress. Let's keep waiting. If the dwarves don't get in here in time, we'll just wait the 2 turns and take the city that way. They're going to starve to death pretty soon anyways. One more turn until we have enough money to get the Reichsguard, I believe. Yeah, the Reichsfort, sorry. But I think I'd rather have the gunsmith first. That seems like the better call. Yeah, so we'll wait 2 turns for that. Alright, let's keep moving. Okay, unfortunately they were successful in assaulting our units that time, which means we're going to have a very difficult time completing the siege now because our troops are like nearly dead across the board. Who are they going after? These guys? Okay. Well, I would really love it if you could handle this situation. Success, perfect. You finally did something for me. I'm going to give you Adept now. And let's see here. How is this looking? God, almost there. They've completely lost all of their army, basically.
Raise your weapons.
How's their garrison look? I think their garrison is gone as well. We basically just have the walls. But what, there's only one more turn, right?
Will fight with
Yeah, so we may as well just wait them out. There's no point in fighting this. We're going to take more losses than we would need to otherwise, so let's just try to deal with as many of their lords as we can.
Ignore that.
They just keep throwing more and more lords at me, or sorry, heroes or agents.
Righteous fury upon me.
Critical success, perfect. So there's another one down. They're just feeding me at this point, like giving me levels. It looks like our dwarven friends backed out. Oh no, they're right here, sorry. Sorry dwarves, didn't mean to discredit you there. They're right here. What else do we got? Not enough money to do anything here. But we could go for that. That's tempting. You know what, I might do that because when we take this new city on, we are going to get a pretty significant boost in income. So let's focus on building up what we have right now. It's not like the two buildings that we're looking for here are going to give me any immediate returns, and so a bigger garrison to protect Isleheart would be a smart call. I don't think there's anything else for us, so let's go ahead and advance. Alright, so it looks like the remainder of Sterling's army, which is literally 5 guys, has decided to ride out and face me since they are basically going to die the next turn if they don't do anything. They're going to die anyways, but we're just going to auto-resolve this because there's no reason to fight it. And let's see, we lost 10 men, which seems like a bit much, but we were successful. And, ooh, 26 gold, nice. How about an item? That would be nice. Didn't even level up. I guess he didn't have any items. And more agents. Okay, so they demoralized our army again. We have another rat catcher, so our attrition is, let's see, minus 10 casualties suffered from all attrition. Cool. So Wurtbad is now mine. We could sack it, we can occupy it. Sacking it's pretty tempting because then I could just come in the next turn and capture it. And that's a lot of money. It's very tempting. Or we could loot it and occupy it. You know what? That might be just as good. You know what? I'm going to sack it. A great migration comes to our borders, demanding shelter from larger threats abroad. Do we let them cross into our territory or turn them away? If we do nothing, nothing happens. If we get migration, we get some growth and some lower recruitment costs, but we lose public order. I don't really need growth, and recruitment costs aren't going to do me any good outside of... Well, I mean, we're not in the province, so they're not going to help me, so let's tell them off. Okay, so what do we want to do now? I could upgrade this. That would unlock more tech for me. What will this do? That'll give me Empire Knights and Outriders when we get gunsmiths. Can we afford a gunsmith? Yeah, we could do that right now. That would give me mortars. Very tempting. Or we could take this to tier 3. But I think the gunsmith is going to be the smart call here. Where do we want to put it, though? Grunberg is I would say the least safe. Probably just because it's on the border there. Isleheart has a decent buffer. because it's got water on one side, and if we destroy Marienburg, then it'll be fairly well defended. And Helmgart is very well defended because it's, you know, in the heart of our empire here with mostly mountain cover. It's also got walls around it. But Helmgart's already got our barracks, so let's throw it in... I guess it doesn't matter. We'll just put it in Grunberg. So gunsmith in Grunberg. We'll just call it Gunberg from now on. And then that means that we'll throw the Reichsguard in Eilhart there. Okay. So do I want to take this up another tier? It might be worth it. Sure, why not? And then that pretty much leaves me broke. You leveled up. Let's go ahead and use that. He's got a warhorse already. Let's make him a little bit harder to hit, maybe. Actually, no. Campaign movement range is always nice to have. Can you move in there and attack it right now? Oh, Carl leveled up too. What's your armor at? 100. Let's get you max health. And then this army. Okay, we can't do anything until next turn. So, let's just advance. Alright, Carrick Norn's offering me a military alliance. I'm glad to accept it. And it looks like the dwarves are attacking Wurtbad. I don't know what their plan is here. I hope they're not raising it. But I will decline this. I don't want to take any more losses than I have to. Although I could level up from this. Yeah, I don't want to take any more losses. Alright, they successfully assaulted my army and demoralized them again. Let's see. Can you successfully beat back? Why can't I do anything? Why are you besieging them? Go do something else. You're ruining this for me. Okay, that's complete. I gotta send these dwarves somewhere else. They're giving me issues right now. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Okay, could you maybe go after them? That would be great. Okay, in the meantime, let's go after these clowns that keep assaulting my troops. Failed. Great. And how about you? Success, finally. And you leveled up again. Awesome. I'm going to give him Comet Struck. I think that's going to be very helpful in the very near future. As soon as they stop that siege, I can take this back. Oh, wait. Why is it being weird? Oh, you're blocked. That's why. I can do this right now. We're just going to occupy it.
This will bolster the nation.
Okay. So that is now mine. I'm going to disband that for now. We'll figure out what we want to put there, but I don't think we're going to go with that. At least not immediately. And I think that's going to do it for this turn. Yeah, that's going to do it for this turn. So we're going to go and advance. And hopefully the dwarves will go cause some trouble for me up here. I'm probably going to head for the moot with my armies, although they are a little bit beat up at this point. Ah, that's why, because you're still in camp. Yeah, let's move you out to... I don't know. Let's try to leave 25% for that ambush stance. That's good right there. Put you in ambush just in case. And we're going to keep heading for this. Ah, damn it. What's happening here? That's bad. That's very bad. The vampire counts are like surrounding us. We're going to have to do something about this pretty soon here. I'm going to need some help with it too. Can you do anything for me? You already went. Never mind. You're going to protect this while you recover. And yeah, I'll just fold one of these guys into that army next chance we get. Alright, so Artois is declaring war on me again. I think they've declared war on me before. So I think our allies are going to join. They should. Cool. So they did join me. Our ambush was foiled, but I don't think it matters. Elector greed. While the Emperor's armies march forth, our nobles barter with each other, claiming great swaths of land for themselves. Should the common man, the brave soldier, not have a farmstead on which to retire? We take it back. We get politics, which boosts leadership but hurts public order. Or we get they rule, which gives me -10 leadership versus humans, but a lot of money. I'm going to take the public order penalty. That's demolished. Let's see. Perfect. They're already headed that way. Actually, yeah, they're almost there. One more turn and they'll be there. So we're headed for the moot. And what do they have to stop me? Not much. What's their garrison look like? Fairly small. On top of... Okay, one more guy. I could take it from right here, and I think I just might. That's a battle that I'm more than likely going to fight, because otherwise I don't think it would go very well for us. You guys are still recovering, but that's fine. What can we put here? Orchards, which would give me wine production and public order. That sounds like a good play. Yeah. Public order is going to be immensely helpful right now. How much of that is... Okay, so like all of its military presence. But let's see. Instability will go down. Events should go down. Taxes and difficulty level won't, though. So this will be very, very helpful. And in the meantime, let's see. How far can you guys travel? Not far enough. Let's have you... get rid of them. Really? I don't understand how they determine these sometimes. Let's try it. Failed. Okay. We tried. Let's get you over here. And you already went. Let's have you move in then. If we have to, we'll retreat, but I think we have the advantage here. Yes, we do. Alright, I'm going to fight this one. I don't think we have enough time left, though. So, we'll fight this one in the next episode, but we will fight this one. They've got, what, a hero, level 5 hero, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 infantry, and then 2 skirmishers versus our hero, 4 infantry, and 4 skirmishers. So as long as we're careful with these guys, we should be just fine. Their halberdiers are slightly better than our spearmen, but our spearmen are all rank 2. Theirs are not. So we might actually have the advantage in melee troops here. The hero, on the other hand, we might not. He's level 3. 1 and 1. He's level 5, 2 and 2. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to snipe their hero, which is what I normally like to do. But yeah, we should be able to win this. So let's I guess we'll just encircle for now, or whatever, because we're gonna break off the episode right here. So anyways, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please feel free to share my videos however you guys see fit, and I will see you guys back here for the next part of our Total War Warhammer Empire campaign Let's Play.